Hey, what's up, guys? This is Fitness Tips by Abdul Sabri. So my tip today for you guys is about nutrition. One of the biggest issues that I have found with nutrition is why nutrition doesn't work for most people is because most people they fail to plan in their nutrition itself. They don't get the necessary or take the necessary steps to make sure they're successful. Like, for example, if you don't have your food prepared for each meal, there are a chance, and there will be a serious chance, that you will be eating things that you should not be eating at all. You know, like some kind of fast food or some type of carbohydrate that you shouldn't be eating. But these things we want to cut down on by simply preparing our foods day in and day out. Once you do that, you have a better chance of being successful with your nutrition plan. Nutrition is so important to the body. It's so important for your results. It's so important as though you can actually do half and half. You have some people say that nutrition is 60% and the workout is 40%. And some say the vice versa with that cause. Now, with me, my answer has always been the same. I always say that nutrition is 50% and your workouts are 50%. So it just shows you how important each one of them are to each other, that you have to basically bear in mind that wavering from either one of them will actually hurt you more than it help you. Then we have an issue where some people feel as though that they can by opinion, that other people have told them, hey, look, I eat these cheeseburgers all day and all week, a couple times a week, and I still have a fantastic body and I still look the way I look. But the thing you have to realize with these situations, or that person is actually stating that, 9 times out of 10, sometimes these people are taking things that's helping them to digest and process this food that they're putting in. Whereas if somebody like myself, I deal with all natural stuff. I don't deal with any kind of supplements and anything of that nature that's going to hinder me from my workouts or may enhance my workouts more and make me super big or something like that. If I get bigger, it's only going to be from genetics or straining the muscle as much as it possibly could be strained, and then breaking it down to that point where you're actually gaining more from it. Now, so like I said, you do have people who perpetuate this cycle as though that you can eat and drink whatever you want throughout the week, throughout the year, and you will always look great. But that is an unknown factor that's actually being true. It is not a true statement. For most people, eating this or eating burgers or eating some fast food stuff once or twice a week is basically unheard of. Why I say that is because most people eating it once a day, they normally don't do that. If they're consistent with eating what they eat it a lot more than what they normally will be eating it out of that case. So in nutrition, we want to make sure that we are on point with it. And of course, I'm not saying that you should be 100% or 150% starched down, dried, not cutting any corners, not indulging in some things that you want to indulge in. I'm not saying that, but of course you want to be able to do those things to enjoy life. But and the fact of the matter is, if you want to look great, you need to work hard. You have to sacrifice, and sometimes those sacrifices undergoing some of those things that we want to eat all the time. So or indulge in over the weekend. Now, and what I've seen so far as being a trainer. And I've been a trainer over 20 years. And what I've seen so far is that people have the ideology that Monday through Friday that they can work out. Now, they may not go hard in the gym, but they're going to work out and try to get in what they can get in as far as their workouts are concerned. Now, but at the end of the week, just when you see people more indulging into those devices, like alcohol, drinking wine, eating cheesecakes, eating all kind of pastries, things of that nature. And one thing you have to realize with eating those things or doing those things day in and day out, if you gain weight, if you just say, for example, you gained 50 pounds in 4 weeks. So in that time that you've gained that 50 pounds, you start going to the gym and you start working out really hard, and this is the part that really discourages people, because so they think that because if they're in the gym and they're working hard and they're killing themselves trying to get this weight off, they think that they should be able to come out looking starched, looking as though they don't weigh that extra 50 pounds anymore. But I'm here to tell you that you can't do that. It is not anywhere in your genetic clause that you're going to be able to gain 50 pounds and lose 50 pounds the next day. It is an ongoing, slow process. You have to be consistent with it. You have to be persistent with it, and just constantly grinding at trying to get off that weight. And then sometimes, like I say, you will have to cut back some of those avenues, things that you may, or those devices that you may want to indulge a little bit more into. You may have to do less into those devices that may, cut those calories back just a little bit so you can lose that weight you want to lose. Now, one thing that I also want to say that a lot of people don't realize how calorie counting or how calorie deficiency actually works. So say, for example, you're eating 2,300 calories a day, and you've counted this out. This without doing any kind of diet, any kind of nutritional plan, or anything like that. The simple math of the fact is that any deficient calories from that state, which like 500 calories, will equal weight loss. It takes 3,500 calories for 1 pound of fat to be lost. Any deficiency in your calorie count, if you're eating 2,300 calories throughout the day, and then you're eating 2,300 calories, your calories are high enough. Once you make a deficit in that calorie count, at least 500 from that count, you will gradually start losing weight. But you have to stay consistent with that as much as possible. And this is where a lot of people, they don't really understand how you actually lose weight and what it takes to lose weight. It takes a lot. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of hard work to lose this weight. So, and I think if a lot of people actually knew that it takes as much work as it takes to lose this weight, sometimes they will start to realize that to overindulge in the things that devices they are overindulging into is really not worth it, because it leads down a long line of problems and issues for you as far as health is concerned. So guys, this is my tip to you guys. Stay on your nutrition. Realize that it doesn't happen overnight, but just keep grinding at it as much as possible, and make those deficits in your nutrition plan as much as you possibly can. Now, don't starve yourself, of course. You starve yourself, it's going to be just as though you're not eating at all. If you're eating too much, and it's going to be still the same amount, the same results. So we got to make sure that we're eating what we should be eating throughout the day, throughout the week. And then please, of course, this is one of the main things that I see a lot of people do. They eat one meal a day and think that it's actually going to help them. It is actually hurting you. The most important meal that you can eat throughout the day is that breakfast meal. That breakfast meal is helping you more than anything else that you can start out with. Why? Because it is actually fueling the system. It's engaging the system to start out early during the day. In the morning, it's amping you up for the rest of the day. So you want to try to engage in that breakfast as early as you can possibly get it in, and then make those meals every 2 to 3 hours every day. So every 2 to 3 hours, putting in a meal, putting in a snack. Make sure you're being consistent with it as much as possible, and just stay on task. As long as you stay on task, you'll start losing the weight. You'll start feeling better and looking better. Guys, so here again, this is Abdul Sabri Fitness Tips. So like and subscribe as much as you possibly can. Give me thumbs up, and any comments that you may offer, I'm willing to listen to it. Anything that you wanna hear as far as something that you want me to touch on to, leave comments below, and I'll touch on those subjects as much as I possibly can. So this is Fitness Tips by Abdul Sabri. All right, guys, you take it easy. Peace.